I'm done NaNoWriMo. Well, actually I was done a couple days ago, but yes, I finished. I completed it. I didn't actually write a first draft of a novel, but I wrote a first draft of a script for a very crappy rom-com. But that doesn't matter. I keep on realizing that I wrote something that long and just being really happy, even though it's so bad. I know a couple of you are going to try to do it as well. How far did you go? Did you complete it? Not what? Let me know. Today we're going to talk about something that has quickly become near and dear to my heart. Doctor Who. I started watching it back in February. I just thought I would find the first episode of when the series was rebooted in 2005 and I would give it a try because I kept on hearing about it and I really didn't think I would like it. But I love it. I love it so much. Now I'm in the 5th season and I am still not sure about Matt Smith. Calm down if you love him. I may love him too soon. I'm still giving him a chance. I don't dislike him. I'm just not sure. It's lukewarm right now. But anyway, I thought through this video I could talk about the things that I found interesting and that I liked about Doctor Who. So first thing is, when I started watching it, I heard about David Tennant and I heard about Matt Smith. I didn't know there was a 3rd Doctor. So when I watched the first episode and there was this random man, I was really confused because no one talks about Christopher Eccleston. That needs to be rectified because he's amazing. Christopher was so brilliant, so intense, so when Christopher Eccleston did regenerate, I was so devastated and I didn't want David Tennant to be the new Doctor because I wasn't ready for a new Doctor. But like Rose, who was unsure of him, David Tennant, favorite Doctor. I spend time on Tumblr. I don't have a Tumblr, but I spend time looking at Tumblrs of just David Tennant. I loved his Doctor. I loved also how the Doctor and Rose's relationship grew, and even though I did see those elements with Christopher Eccleston, but I don't know, they were just so excited to time travel and there's this giddiness and it was just so good and so fun to watch. Rose is my favorite companion. The Doctor and her just complement each other and they just work so well together. And when she left and it was the episode where she's like, "This is where I die." No. Emotions. I was devastated. She was so great. And when she left and then Martha came, and as you know if you follow me on Twitter, I don't like Martha. At least I didn't in the beginning. She really bothered me. I didn't know how they were going to make the Doctor react. I didn't know if she was just gonna like come and then he was gonna fall in love with her too, because I didn't know really the history about Doctor Who. So I thought maybe she was gonna take over the role because she's all lusting over him. But then you realize he doesn't really notice and he still thinks about Rose and he still misses Rose, which I liked. But then I slowly started to like Martha as she just kind of became her own person and that she realized the Doctor loves Rose and that he'll never love her in that way. But I liked her when she saved the Doctor in the Family of the Blood. So then I grew to love her. I still like to hate her because it's kind of fun, but she's not that bad. And then Donna came and I loved Donna. I loved her relationship with the Doctor. And then when Rose came back, I was so excited. I looked ahead and I knew that she was gonna come back for more episodes. I didn't know for the rest of the episodes except the last 3 that she was only gonna be in it for about a second. Also, the thing that I kind of wanted to see in an episode with Rose and Christopher Eccleston's Doctor or David Tennant, I wanted to just see them relax in an episode. I wanted them to have some downtime and just go to a beach and just, sit down and relax. And the Doctor would share stories and, they would play cards or something. I know that would probably make for a really boring episode, but I was like, you're traveling all the time. That is so tiring. Why don't you just sit down, breathe, relax. It doesn't have to be that boring because the Doctor is telling stories, so there could be flashbacks, which then would make it more exciting. That's what I really wanted to see at one point. Another thing that I did not understand was when the Doctor was saying goodbye to Rose again because she had to go back. Well, Ricky gets to stay. Why can't she? It would have worked. She could have stayed. I don't like how she gets a clone version of the Doctor. Yes, he's human. Yes, he's like when they first met. But that's not the same. He's not the Doctor. I didn't like that. And yes, she kissed him, but she kissed him because she's been waiting to kiss him for the longest time. And then he leaves. He takes that moment and leaves. And I was not satisfied with that. Also, the thing that I didn't like was Martha, used to like the Doctor. She had a perfectly fine husband, or she was engaged to him, I forget. And then she goes and she marries Ricky. Why? She just has to go after Rose's men? She was perfectly fine with the pediatrician, and he was nice to look at. Another thing that I found, whenever there is dancing in Doctor Who, it's going to be an excellent episode. Like in the first season, in The Empty Child and The Doctor Dances, those two episodes are one of my favorite episodes of Doctor Who. I don't know, there's just something about them. The introduction of Captain Jack Harkness, which I love him. I don't know, it was just, I really love those two episodes, and there's dancing in it, and when she tries to get the Doctor dance and they're almost dancing. Later on, there's dancing in The Family in Blood, but yes, whenever there's dancing in Doctor Who, it's going to be a good episode. Now I am in season 5. The last episode I saw was the one with the Weeping Angels. When season 4 ended, I really liked how they summed it up. I found like in season 5, it's like there's a new Doctor, obviously, and a new companion, and just everything's new. I know because now it's Stephen Moffat and not Russell T Davies that it's different. I didn't like how they kind of wrapped everything up because I was so attached to those characters. I am hesitant on that, but I'm still watching it and I still love it. I just haven't been watching it as much. Another thing, I have watched the first 2 episodes of Torchwood. Like I said, I loved Captain Jack, except I didn't really like Torchwood. It was lacking something. I'll still give it another chance. I was wondering, the people that watch Doctor Who, if you've tried to watch Torchwood and if you like it or if you don't like it. So that concludes my Doctor Who themed vlog, because I felt like I really just needed to make one video where I just talked about all my feelings towards Doctor Who. And I really want to know what you guys think about it because I'm curious. And yes, so I'm going to go. This was very hand gestury more than normal, so bye. And just David Tennant.